Speedway, Indiana, United States, is quiet on the night of November 17, 1978. A burger chef restaurant is still open. 4 young employees are inside, closing for the night. There are no signs of disturbance outside, no reported struggle, but something changes inside the building. By the time the morning shift arrives, the employees are gone. The cash register is disturbed, the back door is left open, and the timeline inside the restaurant does not follow a clear sequence. The night begins like any other closing shift. The restaurant is still operational as the final orders are completed. Customers leave gradually, and the environment becomes quieter. One employee wipes down the front counter with steady movements. Another gathers trays and carries them toward the back. A third checks the register and counts the remaining cash. The fourth moves between tables, collecting leftover items. Their actions are routine, structured, and familiar. There is no visible tension between them, no indication that anything is wrong. The front door is used normally as the last customer exits. The lock is engaged shortly after closing. Inside, the employees continue their assigned tasks. One employee moves toward the rear section of the building. Another adjusts items near the service counter. The sequence of actions appears ordinary at this stage, but small gaps in the timeline begin to form, and those gaps will later define the investigation. The timeline begins to fragment after the doors are locked. There is no clear record of events inside the restaurant. The employees continue their closing duties in separate areas. One remains near the counter. Another moves between the kitchen and storage space. A third shifts toward the rear exit corridor. The fourth is last seen near the dining section. Their positions create distance between each individual. No one is grouped together at this stage. This separation becomes a critical detail later. The back section of the restaurant is less visible. Lighting is reduced compared to the front area. Movement in this space is harder to track. There are no witnesses to confirm what happens next. No customers remain inside. No external interruption is reported. But the structure of the timeline begins to break, and the sequence of events can no longer be verified. The inside sequence of actions inside the restaurant begins to diverge. Individual movements are no longer synchronized. One employee returns briefly toward the counter area. Another remains near the rear section longer than expected. A third appears to shift direction midway through a task. The fourth is no longer clearly placed within the space. These movements do not form a continuous pattern. Instead, they interrupt the expected closing routine. Normal workflow begins to break down. Tasks appear unfinished or partially completed. Some actions are repeated without clear purpose. Others stop abruptly without explanation. There is no record of communication between the employees, no indication that they regroup at any point. The interior space becomes fragmented in activity. Each area reflects a different stage of use. This creates overlapping timelines within the same location, and those overlaps prevent a clear reconstruction of events. At some point, the routine follows a normal sequence. The interior activity no longer reflects a structured closing process. One employee appears to leave a task unfinished near the counter. Another does not return from the rear section. A third is no longer visible in the dining area. The fourth is not clearly placed in any defined position. The pattern of movement breaks entirely. no continuous flow can be established. Actions that should connect are now isolated. Time between movements cannot be measured. There are no reference points to anchor the sequence. The environment begins to reflect interruption. Objects are left in transitional states. Some appear recently used, others remain partially active, but none of it aligns into a single timeline. The structure of events collapses completely, and the final moments inside the restaurant cannot be reconstructed. At this stage, the sequence transitions from routine to disruption. The available details suggest a break in normal control of the environment. Movement inside the restaurant no longer follows assigned roles. One employee shifts away from their designated area unexpectedly. Another appears to abandon a task without completion. A third changes direction multiple times within a short period. The fourth is not clearly observed in any fixed location. These changes indicate loss of coordination. The structured workflow collapses entirely. No single action leads clearly into the next. Instead, movements overlap without connection. Some actions appear reactive rather than planned. Others suggest interruption at specific points. The interior space reflects sudden change. Normal closing behavior is no longer present. The timeline begins to compress. Events occur without clear order, and the final sequence becomes increasingly unstable. The moment of disruption becomes more defined in the environment. The interior reflects a sudden interruption of control. Actions no longer follow any predictable sequence. Movement appears reactive rather than routine. One employee changes pace abruptly. Another shifts position without completing prior work. A third moves toward the rear area with increased urgency. The fourth is not visible within the observable space. This absence becomes a key detail. The structure of activity collapses entirely. There is no coordination between individuals, no evidence of continued routine behavior. The environment shows signs of rapid transition. Objects are left mid-use. Paths of movement intersect without resolution. The timeline compresses further. Events occur in rapid succession without clarity, and control inside the restaurant appears to be lost. By the time the sequence reaches its final stage, the environment holds only fragments. There is no continuous record of the last movements inside the restaurant. The positions of the employees cannot be confirmed at the same time. Each trace exists independently of the others. The interior no longer reflects active use. Instead, it preserves the final state of interaction. Objects remain where they were last handled. The counter shows partial activity. The dining area reflects incomplete tasks. The rear section remains unobserved. No direct evidence captures the final interaction. No clear transition marks the moment of disappearance. The structure of events remains unresolved. The timeline cannot be reconstructed in full. What remains is a series of disconnected endpoints, each pointing to a different moment, none forming a complete sequence, and together they define the limits of what can be known.